Hello, welcome to another video here on Lissa's Raw Food Romance. My name is Lissa, and I've been eating a raw vegan diet now for over a decade. And today's video, I had a request from someone in the community who wanted a pantry tour to see all of the stuff that we have stored in our cupboards for a raw vegan diet. So let's go into the kitchen and see what we have and how we organize everything in our home. Thank you so much for joining me today for this video. If you like videos like this, please click like and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the bell if you want to get notifications whenever I post a new video. You can also find all of the links to all of our resources down in the description box below. We have a link to our Raw Food Romance online community, where you can watch our live raw food classes every month, and you get to watch all the replays from the past classes as well. So if you join, you get access to all of that and the community, and you can connect with each other and get accountable and join the monthly challenges because we have so much fun together doing those monthly challenges. You can also get 40% off any or all of our raw vegan recipe ebooks, including the hand salads, burger book, taco book, soup book, meal plans, all the good stuff, the transition guide. It's all 40% off with code RAWFOOD40. Again, link down below. And the meal planning app at rawfoodromance.com. If you're looking for a meal planning app, this is a great one. It generates a meal plan every week and a grocery list to match, and we add recipes to that every month as well. And we have the print versions of some of our popular ebooks, like the hand salads and the burger and the soups. Those are all in the description box below. So head down there and check out all the resources. So let's go on a little pantry tour. So in the kitchen, we have a few different cupboards that we use, and we'll start off with our big giant one that is beside our dehydrators. Inside this cupboard is where we store our big bulk stuff, like our dried lentils for sprouting, our mung beans, our small seeds like broccoli and cabbage and radish, because we buy a lot of these. We buy them in bulk, sprouting seeds so that we can sprout our microgreens. We also have other things like our nuts and other pantry items like our coconut flakes, and things that we don't necessarily reach for all the time live in this big cupboard. The next cupboard that we have is our go-to cupboard, and this lives below our Vitamix, and these are the things that we use most often. So things like the psyllium husk powder, the flax and the chia for the ground flax and chia for the wraps. We have our date sugar in there as well as the cacao, because we do often have cacao smoothies. So we have a little bit of that down there, our nutritional yeast, and basically anything that is kind of like our go-to, what we use most often lives down here. Then we have our spice cupboard. We actually have spices in 3 different places. We have this cupboard here that has all our go-to spices. These are the ones that we use the absolute most so that they're easy to access. Then we have another cupboard where we have all of our overstock of the spices because they don't always all fit in the jar. So we keep them in a cupboard underneath near the sink where we can get to them when we run out of something in a jar. Then we have our spice rack, the beautiful spice rack that Nate made for us about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, when we were living in Oregon. He built this amazing spice rack, and we get a lot of our spices from Silk Road Spices in Canada. They do charge a $20 shipping fee to the US. So when we order a lot and we just always get extra. And again, those extras live underneath where the bonus spices go. Then moving over to the cupboard that is to the right of our microgreens rack that replaced our stove and microwave is our sea vegetable cupboard. So we have our dulse flakes, our nori sheets, our sea moss, that kind of lives in that cupboard. On top of the microgreens rack, we have a cupboard where we have our seeds for microgreens that are kind of our go-tos. We have a big bucket that houses most of our other seeds, but this is usually our go-to stuff goes up in this cupboard. And then to the left, we have another cupboard where we store some other things We have some rice and stuff for when the boys, Nate's sons, come to visit because they like to cook their rice. And we have our sun-dried tomatoes in there as well. Then we have a big cupboard over to the left of that one beside the fridge where we keep our Tupperware and our dates and other spices and other condiments and things that we have for guests and other random things that we just have in that cupboard just lives over there. So that's kind of a rough rundown of what we have in our kitchen when it comes to dried ingredients. We also have a bunch of freeze-dried stuff that we have underneath our go-to area. And then we can get to if we need anything freeze dried for additions to our smoothies or our cold soaks or what have you. So that's there too. But I hope this video inspired you and got you a little bit more insight into what our kitchen looks like and what we have going on over there. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to check all the resources that we have down in the description box below. Our Raw Food Romance online community, the ebooks that are all 40% off with code RAWFOOD40, the meal planning app, and of course the print versions that are all available on Amazon. So go check all of those resources out and we will be back for another video tomorrow. We will see you then, and fruit on.